Hi, everybody. My name's Harry. I work for UK Visas and Immigration, and today I'm going to speak to you about the UK Visas immigration policy for entrepreneurs in particular, but Indian business people in general. My job title is the UKVI International Communications Lead, and I work across Asia and Africa with a team of 4 to help our UK government colleagues and also our non-government colleagues to understand the UK visa system, our rules, our policies, and anything like that, to try and promote the UK as a place to do business or study or work or visit. I've lived and worked in India for over 3 years. I cover India, but also the rest of South Asia and Southeast Asia as well directly. And that hopefully gives me some insight into how the situations are here and some of the background that people have questions on and what they're concerned about. In my previous roles, I've worked in UK government in various different departments, including health, housing, and then briefly for the UK Prime Minister and Deputy Prime Minister back in 2015. And that's shown me throughout that while I've been working in communications, the UK government is committed to various specific goals. One of those is being open to business. And we think the UK already has a strong track record for this. The UK is rated as one of the most innovative countries in the world, ranked 4th in the UK was ranked 4th in the 2020 Global Innovation Index. I'm told a new business is started every 75 seconds in the UK, and the UK ranks 3rd against all other economically developed countries for startups. We're #1 destination in Europe for inward investment, and the 3rd biggest recipient of foreign direct investment after the US and China. Again, we think we punch above our weight in this sector. But we also know that we can always be better. Good now does not mean good in the future. We can't stand still, and our success is built on our openness, and we want that to continue despite the challenges currently of COVID-19. What's more, we think our openness to India in specific is part of our success, and we want that specifically, that partnership with India, to continue. Trade and investment sit at the heart of the UK and India's relationship. As I say, I worked in the embassy. I do work in the embassy still, but my colleagues here in the British High Commission and our Deputy High Commissions across India are all committed to a strong relationship between the UK and India. Big part of that is migration, which is my area, and a wider area is our trade policy. As we leave the EU, we have our independent trade policy, and we have a unique opportunity for the UK and India to take this track record, high trade and investment, high people-to-people links, and build an ambitious future with our key partner of India. One that delivers prosperity and social benefit to both us in the UK and also back to India at home, which also, of course, has its own interests in boosting its economy. Our existing total trade is high, £24 billion in the last 4 quarters to March 2020, so just before the coronavirus pandemic hit. And India has shown itself since coronavirus hit to be a great friend to the UK. One personal example of this was helping UK citizens get back to the UK when the lockdown came in March. We had many of our citizens stuck in the country, and we had to work with the Indian government and state governments such as Punjab, Gujarat, Karnataka, and others to make sure that these citizens could get home to their families. I personally was in Amritsar, and our cooperation with the Indian authorities was key to that, a testament to the high people-to-people links and the strengths and links that we have with the government to make that emergency be addressed as soon as possible. And me and my colleagues in the UK government are grateful to that. On a wider level, on a business-to-business level, Indian pharmaceutical companies have been vital in providing medicines during that first phase of the coronavirus, where the UK health system was under severe strain. And again, another sign that India is a great friend to the UK, and we in the UK sincerely do value that friendship, and we want it to continue. My view, and the view of the rest of the UK government, is that the biggest part of doing business is people, having the right people in the right place. Hence, for the UK and India to do business well, UK visas and immigration policy is important, of course. And that's where I and the rest of the UKVI come in. This talk comes at a very significant time, in addition to coronavirus, in addition to the UK and India's long-standing links. And that's because the UK completed its exit from the European Union at the start of this year, 2020, And we will go on to complete our full economic withdrawal from the European Union's structures at the end of this year. We leave what's called the transition period, which is like a in-between phase between leaving the political union and becoming a full independent country in terms of our trade and economic policy. So, and as part of that ability to set our own rules, we're creating a new immigration system, what we call in our policy terms the points-based system. We're creating it for the entire world, a single system, whether you're French or Chinese or German or Indian or Spanish or Bangladeshi. It's a fair system for all, where what matters is not where you come from, but the skills and experience that you can bring to the UK. India is particularly in a good place to do that. And you may say that, of course I would say that. I'm a British government employee living in India whose job is to promote this. And of course you'd be right. But in addition, I would say that the facts back this up. Of all our work visas, more than half in the last 5 to 10 years have gone to Indian nationals than the rest of the world combined. So more Indians get a work visa to the UK in the recent years than the rest of the world, America, China, every single other country. India gets more than every single else. As I've said already, in investment and the associated immigration routes, which I'll go through in a second, again, India is either top or in the top 3, top 5 for every single route. These immigration routes matter to India and they matter to the UK in part because they matter to India. So us bringing in the new immigration route, which is scheduled to come in on the 1st of January, will create new opportunities to live, work, visit, do business, create businesses in the UK. We hope our Indian friends recognise that as much of an opportunity as we hope it is, because we would say we rely on you for the success of the route. So I'm going to go through 6 routes, a list of sorts, for entrepreneurs who are looking to go to the UK to give you a bit more information on how this could work for you and your business. So in terms of the routes, they are the startup visa, the innovator visa, the global talent route, investor visa, the representative of an overseas business visa, and a sort of route of 2 halves, which is either a skilled work or intra-company transfer visa. So those are 6 routes. 3 of them, and possibly a 4th, are of most value to entrepreneurs. That's the startup, innovator, global talent, and representative of an overseas business visa. And hence, I will be focusing on those, but I wanted to give you a full breakdown of all the options available to you. So in terms of the startup visa, this is for new business creators, new entrepreneurs who haven't set up a business before, in the UK at least. Generally, it's for up to 2 years and it can't be renewed. So you get essentially a chance to come to the UK for 2 years and set up your business. If you want to stay in the UK for longer, there are other routes, and I'll talk about that in a second. But the key point for this route is that you do not need any secured funding to be considered for this route. You need a business plan, you need a plan to come to the UK and set up a business there in detail, and that needs to be verified, and there's information on gov.uk about how that works. But you don't need to say, I have this amount of money to set up in the UK. That means it's easier for people who are newly part of their business creation journey. They have a greater ability to come to the UK and try out that business. We recognise this is a change from, say, 2018 and before, where we did have a minimum funding requirement, but we recognise that many businesses start off small and, of course, scale at a later date. We want them to scale in UK if they can. So if we can get them while they're small, the startup route is for you. You can have funding. It's not mandatory that you don't, but that's a key benefit I wanted to bring out. So the 2-year startup visa for new business people who are looking to set up a new business in the UK. You would then, if you wanted to, you could either directly go onto the innovator route. So you could apply for an innovator visa from India, or you could transfer to it from the startup route. So you could have 2 years on the startup route and then transfer to 3 years on the innovator visa. As I say, it's 3 years on the innovator route, and the difference to the startup route is there's 2 areas. First is that you do need investment for this route, a minimum of £50,000. And secondly, it's essentially unlimited in the amount of time that you can stay in the UK. So it's for 3 years at a time. You can apply up to 3 years, and then you can renew it indefinitely. So, you could stay for 3 years or 6 years or 9 years, for as long as you needed to continue that business. And you can also potentially, if needed, start new business ventures on a business visa. You can apply for settlement after 5 years. That would be either on the start, 2 years on the startup and 3 years on the innovator visa, or you could continually renew on the innovator visa. So this does come with some financial requirement, but also it gives you the opportunity to stay in the UK for a much longer term. And you can see a sort of gradation between an opportunity to start a business with lower financial requirements and a chance to move on with some more conditions, but also the ability to stay in the UK for longer. Thirdly, importantly, the global talent route is another key route for highly talented individuals. This is particularly in areas of academia, research, arts and culture, and digital technology. And I dare say that digital technology is one of the most interesting areas for entrepreneurs. Again, I've been here 3 years, and in that time, I've worked on things like the Future Tech Festival and worked with colleagues in Bangalore and Mumbai, including visiting some incredibly innovative businesses in Electronic City and Whitefield in Mumbai, as well as the existing IT companies there, of course. And I know that India is creating businesses here, and there's potential for the UK to get in on that sector if we can. So the Global Talent Visa is essentially a way to try and recruit professionals who have skill in that particular area. Often that is tech, but as I say, arts, culture, academia, research, science, or others is another key area that we're looking to recruit. Essentially, we want you to show that you are a leader or an emerging leader in those fields. And you do that through a 2-stage application process to come to the UK. First, you go to what we call an endorsing body. That's where you essentially lay out your experience or your knowledge or your job history or your education, and you get their ticket as an endorsed leader or potential leader, say in digital technology. You then apply for a visa to check your identity and everything like that, and that 2-stage process gives you the potential to come to the UK. Again, this is new. This is less than 2 years old, and it's a way that the Home Office is trying to say, we as the immigration agency actually want to get out of the business of judging businesses or judging individuals so much. We know we're not the best place for it. We're building up our business links, our endorsing body network, so we can get the experts of the sector to say, this is a good tech business, this is a good individual in the entrepreneurial sector or in science research, something like that. That means there's a better understanding of business in our immigration system. There's more opportunity. And of course, for this specific route, you can potentially come to the UK on it. That comes with really specific benefits. You can apply for settlement after just 3 years. That's the fastest of any route, and it's possible under the Global Talent route. And you can have a lot more flexibility when you're in the UK. Someone on the Global Talent Visa could move from employment, starting their own business, to back to employment, academic leave to study or gain their knowledge of something. They wouldn't need to apply for a new visa necessarily for each of those activities. They have the flexibility to do that. And that is essentially a statement from the UK government that we want talented people and we want to give them the freedom to enhance the talent in the UK. So Global Talent Visa is another thing I strongly encourage people to check out, along with a startup and innovative visa. To move on to some of the other routes, the investor visa is another, and that still exists, but that's for more with people with secured finance. The starting amount is £2 million investment, and it goes up to 5 million or 10 million pounds of investment. And then it comes with associated settlement rights. If you invest 10 million pounds, you can apply to settle in the UK quicker. I know that's not for everybody. I certainly don't have 2 million pounds to invest anywhere, I'm sorry to say, but it is equally, I know that many people are looking to expand significant operations in the UK. So I wanted to flag that the investor route does exist for those people with significant amounts of money to invest. Another important route alongside the Global Talent Visa and the Startup Visa is the representative of an overseas business visa. This is important for entrepreneurs because essentially it's a chance to say you've got a business in India and then you can set up a branch or subsidiary of it in the UK as part of the same organization. So essentially you can apply to come to the UK as a representative of that business if you're from outside the European Economic Area, as you are, and you're the sole representative of an overseas business planning to set up in the UK. You can also come if you're a member of a media organisation, but again, I don't think that's necessarily the case for this audience. The individual can't be a majority shareholder. They have to be senior, but not necessarily the owner. But otherwise, they can essentially be the leader of the UK operation, and they can have the ability to grow and expand that business as part of the mothership in India, so to speak. Again, that's the same sort of rule. You can apply to settle in the UK after 5 years. And again, many entrepreneurs look for this route because they want to keep their India operation and then expand something into the UK. It's like if you want to build a bridgehead from an existing success in India, this is often the most common route. If you want to start something completely new, that's startup. If you want to expand something that's in India, that's representative of overseas business. Both of these are available to you. And then finally, the skilled work visa and the intra-company transfer visa. This is for businesses established in the UK already who want to bring workers over. So I think perhaps for tech sparks and the entrepreneurs who may be watching this, it may be a bit early in your group. You're thinking about expanding your business into the UK, but you're not there yet. This is for businesses which are there. But again, essentially the process is you go to the UK, you set up an entity, whether that's as a startup or a representative of an overseas business, and then you set up to bring over skilled workers and potentially intra-company transfers. I only wanted to highlight it because already, as I said earlier, more than half of these visas go to Indians. So India is extremely well represented within this route. Indian skills and professions are a key part of many UK industries such as tech, IT, and health, and long may that continue. But I wanted to flag it to you guys as an opportunity to say, if I need at a later date, it's not just me who can go, it's also my back office, my key workers who can come over and follow me. And actually, as part of an announcement we made just last week, and as part of that points-based system that I mentioned a few minutes ago, we're making it cheaper and easier to hire skilled workers. You can hire at a lower salary, there's less admin for businesses to do, so it's easier in that sense to bring over skilled workers. Another sign of our commitment to reform the visa system to make it easier for international businesses to recruit the labour they need. Another final point that I want before I sum up is how to engage with us. The UK government's network in India is one of the biggest in the world. We have 9 offices here, including a British High Commission, the main office in Delhi, 7 deputy high commissions and 2 smaller offices in Pune and Goa. And we're represented across all major metro cities, including Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Chandigarh, Kolkata, and others. I've had the good fortune in all the times of visiting every one of these. Unfortunately, that's not been possible in 2020 for reasons you can guess. But I know that a big part of every office here is looking to engage with business, identify new opportunities for Britain, and work out ways we can work with all the talent and individualism that India has to offer to expand that. So I would say the best way to engage with us is to find your local Deputy High Commission, and the social media is the constant way to get in contact with them. So in sum, UK government thinks we're already very good at it as a place to do business, but we don't want to just rest on any achievement that we felt we've had. We want to continue to be the best place in the world to do business, and our immigration policy is geared towards this as well. And we're already making improvements as part of that points-based system project to create that single, fair, one-size-fits-all immigration system, which India has potential to strongly benefit from. That's happening soon. We're keen to organise further events and further engagement, and we are committed to listen specifically to India and Indian businesses and stakeholders to understand perceptions of our policy and how we can help further. So if you're looking to expand abroad, if you have an idea or if you have a question to do that, take it forward. We encourage you to develop your plans to invest in the UK or create a business there. And me and my team, both inside UK Visas and Immigration and outside in the Department for International Trade and the rest of the UK government, are there to help you. It's our job. So if you can get in touch with us, please do. And I hope this event has been useful. And thank you again for your time, and to TechSparks for hosting it. Thank you.